Should be good, Nina.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's a little bit chilly down here in Colorado. I'm sure it's beautiful down there in Scottsdale, Arizona, as it always is, JP. But welcome to Scaling Lean's Weekly Live. She got Jonathan Poransky and Nina Bredin here, co-founders of Scaling Lean. And every week we go live with you to share sustainable scaling strategies that we see in the online space. And every week we go over wins, losses, successes, and failures that we've experienced personally in the online space and what we've been seeing with our clients on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and even yearly basis. So we're just here to bring some transparency to the online industry, whether you're a coach, consultant, service provider, or just a expert with a high ticket offer. We're here for you. We're here to support. And what we're going to be talking about today is our paid ad strategy, where we're able to see like a 4 to 10x return for our clients, typically between a 4 and 5x on cash and between 4 and 10x on revenue. And I'm really excited because a lot of people are knocking video sales letters in the online space right now, which has been the lead driver for our business for years and years running, right, JP? So with that being said, we're going to dive right in. We're going to talk about our strategy. We're going to talk about a couple of the results that we're seeing currently with our business, with our clients' business, and what you can do to start getting up and running right away. With that being said, JP, I'll pass it over to you. Introduction is done, and we can just go from there.
Love it. Yeah, beautiful intro there, Nina. Just there is a little confusion about the school community, and like we don't do this one live with members. The free session or the coaching session, I should say, not free because there's a paid membership behind that, is tonight at 6 o'clock, right? So I just wanted to clarify that. We have to address that on the calendar, Nina, when we get off here.
Okay.
This is just the weekly live event in the Scaling Lean community, where it's essentially like our podcast, where we just go live and share a lot of insights and valuable uh, tidbits of sustainable revenue and predictability and scaling, right, Nina? I think that's the way you like to put it. But yeah, by all means, awesome day down in Scottsdale here. Great to be on with everyone. If you're here live, drop us a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you have any questions related to paid advertising, launching your paid advertising, if you've unfortunately lost money with an agency in the past, if you have go high level, really anything pertaining to this, drop it in the comments. We'd be happy to follow up with you, hop on an audit call if need be. And yeah, let's rip into it, Nina.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say there's multiple ad strategies out there. And specifically, when we talk about paid advertising, we specifically talk about Facebook and Instagram. Those are the two platforms that we here at Scaling Lean leverage. We haven't diversified to other platforms because we don't see a need to for us and for our clients. So if that is you that you're running paid advertising via Facebook and Instagram, we're your people. There's also low ticket strategies, webinar strategies, high ticket strategies, video sales letter strategies, 5-day challenge strategies. And what we're going to be talking about today specifically is the video sales letter, high ticket to a phone call and closing on the phone. That's really where we see the most money being made. It's the shortest sales cycle, which is why we like to implement that with our clients. And we can just talk about it from there. But I wanted to clarify like why we're talking about it. It's really video sales letters to this day with all the ads that we've run is the shortest sales cycle, meaning you could get in front of your ideal audience via Facebook and Instagram, place an ad, drive them into your ecosystem, use a 15 to 21 touch point ecosystem that we've developed, and get them on the lines and sell with your content beforehand, and then an easy close on the lines. So I'll pass it over to you, JP, and we can kind of talk about, why we love video sales letters so much more than just what I just mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely, Nina. That's a great topic to start off with, right? We've ran ads to virtually everything to this point. Um, we've done group funnels, we've done challenge funnels, we've done webinar funnels, we've done VSLs, we've done lead form ads, we've done DM ads, we've done virtually all the things to some capacity, right? I'm not saying we're experts in all of those. Like we've kind of niched down to VSLs just because for us, we found that they have the quickest way for us to get the revenue that we're spending back and also validate our cold friendly offer. So that's really the one main big huge reason, right? Like when we were doing the Facebook group ads, they were great, and we were getting members into the community. In some regards, for us in our niche, it was a little bit challenging to get the lead costs down and the metrics to work out. But we found that the sales cycle was long, and it took us a little longer to get the data that we needed to understand our audience and our offer, and if that cold friendly message was really hitting with our ideal client avatar, right? similar with DM ads. They were a bit more like high touch, but we found that there was a lot of poor quality. So we were just sifting through like all these endless amount of leads, just hitting our messenger. Yeah, we were getting a ton of leads and they were really cheap. But ultimately, we wound up just like sitting in the DMs talking to people that really weren't qualified. And we tried multiple angles and everything. And at that point, we did have a dialed in message, Nina. So it wasn't like we were brand new by any means. And we just didn't have the feedback and the success as quickly as we did just running to a conversion style ad right on Facebook. So that was like the insight there. And what we found with challenge funnels is they work amazing for folks like Christy comes to mind. You know, she just did a huge launch, got like 600 I think like over 650 members into her challenge with through our funnel. I think it converted at like a 25% opt-in rate. And I think like over 23% bought the upsell, the VIP upsell. But that's an established business owner that's been in business for a long time. They have a seasoned pixel. They have a huge following, right? So those type of challenge funnels and lower tickets stuff like that, like those from our experience, they convert better to a more of a seasoned pixel, if you will, like that has a lot of data over the years, right? Now I'm getting kind of deep here, but the webinar funnel, those are good as well. But again, it's kind of like your feedback loop is a little longer, and you kind of don't know what you have. So you're kind of like tossing a lot of money out there as an experiment, and then kind of waiting for the feedback to see what you actually have, whether that's like a 7 to 14 day window or whatever that is, right? So it gets a little more challenging to see what's actually working and not working. So that's why we really optimized in on the VSL, because we can create a very clear and concise message, test it effectively, and then get a feedback within a 7 to 21 day window, depending how much money you're spending, right? And then effectively pivot or shift or adapt to the feedback that we're getting.
Absolutely. And I think something that's super crucial to bring up exactly on your point is like everything converts, webinars, funnels convert, but it's really understanding your goals when comes to running paid advertising. Is it just awareness? Is it just to flood leads into your ecosystem and then you can kind of do like low ticket drops here and there just to extract some cash from the email list? Or do you want to close high ticket deals? From what we've seen, I mean, there's two ways that we've seen. It's the webinar funnel to close high ticket deals, longer sales cycle. Numbers are on par, but you have to be really good at presenting in order to do that. Like live webinars are a little bit more a little harder for me specifically, not for our clients. So that's why we went that direction with Christy. Whereas like a VSL, you can kind of take a break in between filming, but it's like, once it's set and forget once you are done. And then it's really just about optimizing. But our whole goal here at Scale and Lean for us and every single client that we work with is how can we get closest to the cash? And that's why those two funnels are the ones that we really hone in on, specifically more so the VSL funnel because a lot of our clients don't want to be doing webinars, doing lives, running challenges, etc. They just want more qualified appointments on their calendar. They want to show up to a sales calls or have their sales representative show up to sales calls with qualified leads so they can close. So I think setting goals when it comes to paid advertising and knowing exactly what you're going after, it's like that's the angle you should go with ads. There's no such thing as one size fits all for any business, but every single strategy works. I will put that out there. But if you are looking to go, qualified leads onto the calendar into your ecosystem, you can run promotional campaigns every 2 to 3 months to kind of extract the stragglers. VSLs are your way to go. But you have to understand what it actually takes, how much you should be spending, and what your costs and KPIs should be in order to optimize for that. And I think that's or there is a lack of transparency, I should say, in the space of like some people are leaning on paid ads to save their sales pipeline or like organic dries up or something's not working. And people are promising these overnight results with cheap leads and like, I'll turn your ads on and in 7 days you'll have sales. And it's like, I think there needs to be more transparency and openness and realistic expectations from experts in the industry and from agencies out there. So if you want to talk about that a little, JP, I think it's a good little pivot point.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we've learned too through our messaging and also just working with clients, right? Like where is the breaking point for like when you should make that next step into paid advertising inside your business? Like, are you able to generate money effectively and revenue effectively inside of organic marketing and other processes, right? Because I think sometimes it's very misleading, like you're saying there, where like it sounds like paid advertising is like the solution to your all of your problems, right? And then people have these misconceptions of like, oh, we're just gonna like turn on ads and spend $100 and close like 5 deals. It really doesn't work that way for most cases. I'm not saying that can't work. It is possible, but it's a process that the journey we've been on and many other clients is you have to think of media buying or paid advertising as like you're buying data, and that data is all opportunity, right? So everything you do from the very second you turn on a paid ads, nothing is wasted, right? So the first lead that you turn on your ads with that didn't convert into a scheduled call, that's still an opportunity for you to make money from that lead. Maybe it's not going to be in 7 days. Maybe it's going to be in 30, 60, 90, 120. And I think people really underestimate the amount of energy and follow up that goes into really growing a cold traffic pipeline, right? It's not like people do not know you, right? So they're complete strangers, and I think it's very it's misconceiving because yes, we can and we have closed leads in under 24 less than 24 hours that knew nothing about us, right? For over tens like over $15,000, which is amazing, but at the same time, like that is not typical. Like it's really not. And um people don't really show you, okay, like how much did you spend in order to get to that point, right? Like we spent tens of thousands of dollars. We optimized for months on end. We learned what audiences were hitting, combinations were hitting. We were, you know, constantly like watching our data and analyzing our data on a weekly basis to understand the levers that we were pulling and what was working and what was not working in order to make that huge forward progress of predictability, right? So that's just like my first thought process there, Nina, is like um, everything that you put into paid ads is an opportunity, whether it's realized on day 1, 7, 30, 90, or even 2 years out. It's not, you're not wasting any money ever. Like it's all just opportunity that you're spending, and it is a risk. I mean, every single business, like whether you're doing organic marketing or paid advertising, like you're still risking something. You're risking your time or you're risking your money. Like there's always some type of risk that goes along with it. And I think that's also kind of something that people don't assess properly or have the right perception on based on what's going around on the internet and on your newsfeed, right?
Yeah. Again, it comes back to expectations. And I wrote a post about this yesterday. There's like a two-folded expectations here. It's like when you invest in a strategy, whether you're investing your time or you're investing in a coaching program or consultancy or agency or whatever, it's knowing that you're going to get something out of it, but it's not going to be the saving grace for everything inside of your business. But then the second thing, the twofold, is as like service providers, coaches, consultants, whatever it is that you are in the online space, is setting the right expectations for your clients. And I think that's something that we need to start bringing up more outwardly inside of our messaging. I know we do a pretty good job when it comes to like, sales calls and saying it outward to our clients of like laying out the marketing plan for 3 months. But I want to kind of bring transparency of what a high ticket offer really looks like when it comes to going from organic to cold. And we can break it down. So it's about 3 to 4 months that we ask our clients to commit with us, even though we are month-to-month contract. Because realistically, at the end of the day, for a high ticket VSL funnel, and even if you're doing low ticket, which is like a self-liquidating funnel, it doesn't matter. Like it takes time to optimize, to get the messaging right, to really speak to your cold audience, especially if you're brand new to it or if you're not seeing good results. So really month one, it's like week one, like we break it down so specifically. It's getting to know your team, establishing relationships, getting to know your business, getting to know your messaging, what's working in the past, understanding your tech stack of like what software you're currently using. If you're migrating over into software, it's like these are all crucial factors that impact someone's ad strategy. If you have 13 different software systems and you're not tracking your leads effectively, you have to consolidate and understand like where the lead flow is going, what the numbers currently are, what the sales cycle currently is. And a lot of times people don't have a grasp on this, or business owners don't have a grasp on this, and it's not their fault. And like, I'm not pushing blame onto anybody, but a lot of coaching programs out there don't have this data or don't have a strategy to like get this data out of their clients or have a formulated way to like have the clients look at it. And then we're also in the week one frame. So this is all week one. It's like looking at the offer of what's been working. Is it a cold friendly offer or is it just to the warm audience? What's the copy? What's the language? What's the tonality? And what are the creatives that you're really using? Because like here at Scaling Lean, we use very like lifestyle, like JP and I, like you would think that we live outside in the wilderness with the way that we post on our social media. Um, but at the end of the day, like some people aren't like that, and we have to find the creatives that work for them. Then week two, it's really about like scripting and seeing if we can get a grasp on your tonality or our client's tonality. And it's really just diving deep into the minds of our clients after our deep dive. It's writing their style and getting feedback. It's building the initial framework of like landing pages and, the funnel. And it's not an overnight process. It's not copy and paste in anyone's business. And then week three, it's like, okay, let's go over like what the launch is actually going to look like. Let's finalize what tracking actually looks like. Let's, sorry, lost my train of thought. Oh, what platforms are we going to be launching on? Are we targeting solely on Instagram and Facebook? And like, these are all things that we have to establish based on prior strategy and based on projections that we see here at Scaling Lean, or what our clients, obviously, if they're doing it themselves, like what they see for themselves. And then week four, it's like the ads are starting to roll, typically is what we see. And it's like, is it actually working? Are we getting in front of the right people? Are the numbers looking good based on how much you're spending, etc.? And like that's just month one. Then month two, it's like a lot of times because of this quick fix mentality with paid advertising, if people aren't seeing sales right away, they're like, oh my God, my ads are not working. But what we see on our side is lead quality is increasing because of the strategy that we implement. The lead cost is coming down for quality leads. So now it's like, okay, we're tracking all the numbers that make sense. We're automating down the pipelines. We're looking at what's working, what's not working. We're doing our little optimization of like what new creatives need to be implemented. Is the copy working? All the little aspects that we track and follow. And a lot of times, what we see with our clients is they had either no show rates or really bad qualified leads on the lines. So like unqualified leads, and the no show rates decreasing, sorry. Show rate with qualified leads is increasing, and their cost per close is now decreasing because of it. And this is just month two. So it's like we're looking at the finite numbers because this is what the optimization process looks like. And like month three is really just like, how can we actually scale? And like a lot of times people get freaked out because they see money going out the door, but they don't see all the back ends of what's actually working with paid ads. And this is, I'm speaking from experience too, JP. It's like that freaked me out with paid ads. Like we didn't give it long enough for me to not be like, oh my God, what are we doing? Especially when we were first running paid ads like over a year ago. So that's just a little bit of expectation that I see. Do you have any input to add there? Because I kind of went over it like pretty in depth.
Yeah, you got it there. And that's like a perfect scenario in all like that's like a perfect picture perfect scenario, right? Because we have clients with all types of different accounts, right? We recently just had a client come in that had a 10% show up rate. 10%. Like that's horrible, right? And within I think it was 45 days, it was less than 45 days, we were able to get it up over 50%, which that's a huge gain, right? So every single client has a different starting point. Some clients don't have any ads on their account at all. So we're starting with something that's brand new. And again, like the mindset behind that is like, if you can't spend, in my personal opinion, like $1,000, like 35 bucks a day, then you shouldn't be running paid ads. And the reason is because in a month, that will theoretically turn into one closed deal within a 60 to 90-day window, right? So if you're spending $1,000 a month and you have a high ticket offer of 3,000 or more, you're gonna like your chances with the right system of closing a deal within the first 90 days are very high, very high. We just had a guy, Jason Mateus, completely evacuated all of what he invested in Scaling Lean and all of his ad costs in the first 71 days of our program. Now, Jason, though, this is not a brand new account. Jason had an established advertising account, right? So it made our job a lot easier because he was at least running some traffic, right? So again, everyone has different starting points. And that's what's super awesome about what we do here at Scaling Lean. We meet you where you are, and maybe it's not a good fit right now to get started, but we tell you like what we would recommend doing, right? That might just be setting up Conversion Pro and pixeling all your pages, right? And you can do that inside of our $28 membership a month, and we'll even support you on a weekly group call. right? It's not like we need to invest thousands of dollars right out of the gate. Just get your conversion engine set up, get your account pixel, which is completely free. You can just go on Facebook right now, create a free advertising account, and just get everything pixel, right? And that'll get you dialed in to be building that data 100% for free. So then you could be like Jason, when you're ready to turn on ads at $1,000 a month, you can just literally turn them on and you have all this data already in your account. So then you can create lookalike audiences and really, really set yourself up for success, right? So what I love everything you said there, Nina, but I just really wanted to bring in the fact of like meeting and understanding like where you are as a business owner, right? Like how much do you have to spend? Um, like it's important, and we do look at that, and I mean we're learning it as we're going too. It's not like we're it's every business owner has a different situation, a different scenario. So it's on us as well as scaling lean is to order to meet them where they are as best as possible, right? And that's what we unfortunately had to go through with other agencies that we invested. They didn't really like meet us where we were, right? So yeah, sure, like we had thousands of dollars to invest every month, but like they're like, all right, here you go. Like they'll just turn on your thing that you give them, and it's like there's no like real, there wasn't really a ton of thought process or connection of like what we're doing, and that led to uh like not having a congruent system, which led to wasted ad spend and lack of communication, and then unfortunately wasted money, right? Which we don't want. So just figured I'd throw that in too, Nina, right? Like kind of like prerequisites.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you mentioned our community, which is $29 a month. Yeah. If you haven't joined our school community, we're really getting it ramped up. I know that we focused a lot on the conversion engine, and that's what we're going to be talking about, but we're also going to be dropping a couple of trainings in there about like paid advertising and how you can get up and running. We're also putting together a really awesome low ticket offer right now for anyone who's not ready to invest with scaling lean done for you services. Because I've spoken to like many people, and it's like they're kind of nervous to spend that kind of ad spend that we ask them to spend. Because working with us, we want you to spend like $3,000 a month on ad spend because it gives us the leeway to buy that data very quickly. And it's like, okay, let's get the numbers back because you're going to see a return with it. But I understand that's a little bit scary. And JP and I have had many conversations about it over time. And we want to do something awesome for the community. So what we're going to be doing is putting together a high ticket starter kit for paid advertising. And you can do it yourself. It's really not that hard. We're going to include all of the training, all of the ads training, everything like that, how to set up Conversion Pro, and even include a 30-day free Conversion Pro free trial, 30 days, you get it, and you also get one-on-one onboarding with our tech team. So you don't have to worry about the tech side. All the funnels are pre-built. We give you all of our scripts for our VSLs, our and swipe files. We give you the top 10 performing ad copies that for us and our clients. We give you value video templates and trainings, everything that you need in order to start running paid advertising. So if that is something that you're interested in, all you have to do is drop hashtag ads below and we'll put you on the wait list. So it's something that we're really crafting. We wanted to make sure that the market wanted it. And based on our feedback so far, the market definitely wants and needs it. You guys are awesome with responding to like your wants and needs here inside of the community, and we're really grateful for that. So we can provide things that you need in order to succeed. So JP, do you have anything to add on top of that?
No, you nailed it. I look forward to seeing that too. You're definitely like heading that project there. I haven't been really too involved, honestly, but I know I'm sure I will be at some point, right? Um, yeah, and for those
Oh,
of
we
you,
built the whole strategy for it.
yeah, and as far as uh, if you are a member of the Scaling Link community, we are hosting a live event down here in Scottsdale at the end of September. So if y'all are watching that, we're still collecting enrollment numbers, and we've got an awesome community center lined up. We got some pretty cool speakers lined up. We're probably going to go to Top Golf or something. We'll have a good time here in Scottsdale in October and September, which probably is one of the best months here. So definitely let us know if you're watching this and you are a member of the community, because that's going to be, it's not a sales a live event. It's literally just fulfillment. So we're going to help you with your avatar, your ads, your message, your CRM, or like any support you need. The whole goal behind it is to really get you dialed in for Q4 and really help you crush it into 2025, right? That's the whole goal. And yeah, with that being said, I really don't have too much. I think this was a really great live. And definitely drop any comments below. We're happy to hop on an audit call with you and help provide some insight on where you are and how we can support you. And uh, yeah, take us on out, Nina.
Well, before we do that, I know that we talked about three different things today at the end of the call, which was like multiple call to actions that we got going on. So let's just recap everything that we talked about. Number one, if you're not inside of our school community, that's going to be training that you need in order to get your conversion system up and running. It's a $29 membership every single month. It's really not that deep. All you got to do is go inside the community. You're going to see a bunch of training on Go High Level and ads training. You can get your high ticket funnel up and running. However, it does not include all of our snapshots unless you get Conversion Pro, but you don't get the templates with it. If you do want access to all of our templates and the tech one-on-one onboarding with our tech team, it's $27 one-time payment. All you have to do is drop hashtag ads below this, and I could put you on the wait list. That's what's coming out this week. And if you are part of the school community, which is the $29 membership, or if you're a conversion pro, or if you're a conversion pro member, or if you're a scaling lean client, you have a free ticket to our fulfillment only live event happening September 26th through 28th. This is current clients, it's past clients, and it's everyone that we've served in the past or currently serving. We're really excited to get everybody together. JP and I have been working together for 3 years, and this is our just about 3 years, right, JP? Almost 3 years. And we're very excited to get everybody in person because we don't typically see clients in person. So it'd be really awesome to just get everybody together for Q4. So if you're not inside the school community, if you don't have Conversion Pro, those are your low ticket barriers to entry. If you do want to meet us live in person, where we could connect one-on-one and help you get dialed in for Q4. With that being said, Thursdays, 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We're always here if you want to catch us live. We'll be bringing in some guests over the next couple of weeks. We're very excited. With that being said, we'll see you next week. And let us know what you want to hear because we're open to giving you guys what you want to hear as well. So we'll see you then.